Hello, hello. Let me make sure the sound is, right before we get started. I want to make sure you guys can hear me. Hold up, guys. I'm sorry. Because, stream y'all be messing up sometimes. Okay, we're all set. Okay, so hello everyone. It's your girl Tay here from Let's Talk Wild, bringing you another Naked and Afraid review and recap. This is season 17, episode 8, Unbreakable. Okay, before we get into the episode, make sure you guys like the stream. Shout out to the replay gang. Shout out to the people in the comments already leaving comments. Who do we have here? Mary L. We'll get to your comment at the end, honey. Thank you for commenting. But make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's free and it will really help your girl out. Okay. So, we're going to get into the episode. It's a 21-day challenge in Colombia, okay, where they can encounter some rattlesnakes, pumas, some insects. Y'all already know the usual suspects, okay? So, first up, we have Fairland. She is from North Carolina, and 20 years ago, she fell off a 68-foot cliff and broke 46 bones. She says the doctor says she wouldn't walk again, but she has overcome and is walking and riding horses as a stunt rider. Tapping out is not an option for her. She's an outdoorsy girl and she has some fire and shelter building skills. She's starting off with a PSR of 5.9 and she brought a knife. Now we have Keenan, who is from Ohio. He's a content creator and a self-proclaimed amateur herpetologist who has a passion for reptiles and amphibians. He has some fire building, fishing, and hunting skills. He says he never offed a snake before. You already know, code word for YouTube, offed. Y'all know what it means. But he would do it if he had to survive, to survive the challenge. So we'll see about that. Okay. He's starting off with a PSR of a 6.1 and he brought a mosquito net. Mosquito net making another appearance this season. They were given a fire starter and a pot. So let's get into day one. Let me pull this up because y'all don't really need to see me talking, you know. I want y'all to have the full screen of things, okay? But yeah, day one, they get acquainted and head out to find their water source and a place to set up camp. They talk about their skills, and Fairland reveals that she primarily eats a plant-based diet, and she is going to try to stick to that while doing the challenge. Keenan, on the other hand, he wants protein. He ain't trying to hear none of that, okay? They find a clearing near a nice flowing river. Keenan is concerned about being close to the water, but he's like, whatever, we have the mosquito net, right? It's fine. So they decide to make a platform raised bed with a roof and uses the mosquito net to drape over it, creating 4 walls of protection. Fairland and Keenan both are having issues starting the fire, and they just give up. They stop trying and they work on finishing their shelter before the night comes. Now, night one, there is no fire and the bugs are crazy. Even with the mosquito net, they're still getting bit up, right? And then to make things worse, it starts to rain. Day two, Keenan is like, okay, it's only day two. We are struggling already. This is crazy. He goes out to find some dry resources to help start the fire. He finds some dry and thin grass, and they use it to start their fire finally, right? Night two, the bugs are still biting them despite, having the mosquito net. They're still like getting bit up. It's horrible. It's horrible to have the mosquito net there to protect you and it's not working. So yeah, very miserable, right? Day three, Fairland finds a termite mound. She wants to help out Keenan because he's not doing well with the bug bites. So she takes some of the termites back to camp to burn because they release a chemical that keeps mosquitoes away. Keenan finds some clay down at the river and they cover their bodies with it and with some ash from the fire to help protect their skin. Night 3, there was an animal near their camp, but it ran away. Luckily for them, right? Day 4, Keenan is feeling better because they slept well the night before, but he wants some protein to eat. So they check a nearby creek, and there was nothing there. No frogs, no snakes, no fish, no nothing. So they move along and continue to look for food, and Keenan finds a nice size tortoise, right? The herpetologist finds a tortoise, right? Of course, this would happen. And he decides not to off it. He decides not to eat it. He lets it go. And, he doesn't want to harm it because he thinks it will haunt him. And I will absolutely agree with that. And I will get more into detail with that, my thoughts on that at the end of when I give my final thoughts. But let's continue with the days, okay? We're on day 5. Keenan is talking about he doesn't even want to be there anymore. He doesn't want to off a snake. He doesn't want to eat a snake. He gets emotional because he thinks it would have been easier to, off the animals to eat them. Like he thought it was going to be an easy thing that his, body and brain, would kick in and be like, this is survival. But it's not happening for him. So he continues to look for resources and find some coquito. I don't know how to pronounce it. Coquito fruit, some type of fruit. But he's getting stung by bullet ants. And as he's getting stung, he's like, whatever, I don't even care. This fruit is for my partner. He goes back to camp and Fairland eats the nuts of the fruit. Keenan decides not to eat and they talk about him being mentally checked out. And she's like, are you going to leave me? You can be honest. And he's like, I don't know. Just in case I gotta leave you, here's some fruit. Ooh, not funny, but funny, right? A producer comes in and they have a conversation. Keenan isn't okay with starving. He says he should just go home for all of that. So he talks to Fairland and he taps out on day 5. So Fairland is now naked and afraid and alone. They do a time skip to day 8 and night 8, and it's raining. Day 9, it's still raining and she's catching rainwater to drink because she has no fire at the moment. Day 11, it stopped raining and she put some ash over her body because the mosquitoes were out after the rain. She's lightheaded and her fingers are tingling. The medic comes in and says she's okay, but she needs to eat. Day 14, she decides to make a fish net with a branch and part of the mosquito net, and she uses termites as bait and heads down to catch some fish, but she catches nothing. Day 16, she finds a ton of morechi palm fruit to eat. Night 16, it's raining. Her roof is no longer secure and she vomits 9 times. And she's not sure if it was the fruit, which I'm pretty sure it was the fruit, but she can't even stand the smell of the fruit at the moment. Like after vomiting so many times, she's like, please get this fruit away from me. I don't even want to eat it. No, absolutely not. Day 17, she says the jungle has broken her, so she packs up and moves to the grasslands. And as she's trying to build her shelter, it starts to rain again. Day 18, she goes fishing with the net and catches 3 small minnows. She cries because she is sad that she had to, off them to eat them. However, she did say that they were delicious. So the vegan did not last, okay? She got her fish she said they tasted delicious. Night 20, it's raining and the shelter floor has flooded and she's just like laying there. She's like, whatever, it is what it is. This is the last night. Let's get through it. Day 21 is extraction day. She has to walk 2 miles through the jungle and 5 miles through the grassland, avoiding snakes and anything else lurking in the tall grass. She's exhausted and dizzy and the sun is beaming down on her and she's very emotional. She doesn't know how long she'll be able to keep going, but finally she's extracted by a woman riding in on a horse. What a great way to leave extraction. Like she works with horses, and to be able to leave the challenge on a horse, I thought it was amazing. I loved how they did that for her. They just, came in with the horse and was like, here, girl, ride out on a horse. So I thought that was amazing. So let's, give Fairland her tens. Applause. Congrats, girl. I know that's right. So her PSR is it went from a 5.9 to a 7.1. I agree with that. Keenan tapped out on day 5, so his PSR went from a 6.1 to a 4.9, which I, agree with that. So, yeah, congrats to Fairland. I just think that far as Keenan and the tortoise and not wanting to eat the tortoise, and he thinking that it will haunt him for a while and stuff like that. I completely agree, and I am proud of him for understanding his boundaries, right? And being able to just tap out and leave on his own terms. He's like, I thought I would be able to do this, but no, it's not happening. And I really do believe that he has this close bond with, reptiles and amphibians and all of that stuff. His passion is his passion, these animals. And I feel like, yeah, it would really haunt him. He would have some regrets if he had to, off one. And I'm proud of him for being able to be like, oh, look at this beautiful tortoise, but no, I'm not eating it. So much respect for him, for just being like, I'm out of here. I'd rather just dip out than have to do this, and I'm starving, but I'm not, you know, going to hurt these animals that I care about and I have a love for. So shout out to Keenan for holding it down when it comes down to his morals. I know some of the fans were talking about, he wasn't I don't want to use the words that they was using for him because they were bad. Like not just, they was just talking about his mindset and his mental. It's all good. Like, listen, you gotta stand for something. He loved them animals, honey, and he did not want to eat them, and I respect it. Period. Hands down. As far as Fairland, I think she did amazing. A great way to, just complete the challenge. It was a 21-day challenge, and she held in there. She had to eat those little fish, but she did it. For her, she didn't want to eat the animals, but she ended up doing it. So much respect to her for taking that, going against what she believes in. She's going against what she believes in to be able to complete the challenge and survive. So either way, with Keenan, the way he handled the situation, and Fairland, the way she handled the situation, I just feel like both of them did what they needed to do and what was best for them. And Keenan decided he needed to go, and Fairland decided, she was going to eat those fish and continue to stay. So much respect to both of them. Now we have a comment, Murray L. She said, Fairland, we felt this. This is right now in the comments. Fairland, we felt you. We rooted for you. But in the end, you didn't need it. You were so amazing and inspiring. I am changed. God bless you and your resilience and strength. Hashtag bad ASS. Yeah, shout out to Murray L. Shout out to her for the comments and showing Fairland some love. Yeah, when I tweeted or X'd, whatever you want to call it, I said Fairland is cool. Like, she's a cool girl. Like, I would love it to kick it with her. Like, that fiery red hair, honey, what she's overcome, honey, breaking all those bones after falling off that cliff and still being able to find her resilience and strength and start walking again and become a stunt rider with these horses. Like, she's amazing. Keenan is amazing too. I think what he does is amazing. But yeah, I like this episode. It was a much better episode, much tolerable cast this episode. So yeah, Make sure you guys like the stream, subscribe to Let's Talk Wow here on YouTube and on all podcasting platforms. Check out my wild short videos here on YouTube for celebrity interactions and encounters and celebrity pets. And check out the videos for, the video podcast. I'll be going live tomorrow to talk about some animal news. Y'all already know. Turn on the notifications so you guys can be notified when I go live. I love talking to you guys. Make sure you leave a comment. Even if we disagree, honey, y'all already know I love hearing what you guys have to say, as long as you're not disrespectful, okay? But y'all already know, like I always say, love yourself, one another, your pets, and the animals. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye. Well, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.